Hello everyone, welcome to my tutorial on Introduction to Java. Today's tutorial I'm going to work with Eclipse. So Eclipse is called the Integrated Development Environment. It is open source free, so you can just download it and work on it. It gives you an excellent platform to work with Java, as long as you put different plugins and then you can work with different features. So let's say you want to put your code onto GitHub. So you have to just add the Git plugin in your Eclipse and then you are done. You can just hook it up with your GitHub account on the web and then you can just put your code on to the GitHub. There are so many different kind of plugins we'll go through in due courses in the future. This is built on Java, and the good thing about Eclipse is, although this is preliminary for Java, but you can work with some other programming languages as well, like C++, C, or even Python with Eclipse. It gives you different perspective and views so that you feel comfortable. Let's say you are working just with a Java project, then it will load only the required libraries and functionalities for a Java project. If you want to work with an enterprise application that is called the Java EE or JEE, in that case it will load all the platforms, all the environments, all the variables, everything, so that you can work with that perspective. So let's see how to work with the Eclipse. The first thing is you have to go to the Google and then download it. So if we go to Google and just type download Eclipse, that will bring you to this page, and you can see this is the download page, which is a download 64-bit, which we are going to download because I guess most of our machines are now 64 bits. And this is the version of the Eclipse, which means that this is the released on March 2020. If you want to work with previous Eclipse versions, then you can just go to the archive and download it. So once you download that into your download folder, you have to just click and it will download. So the best thing, or the better way of working with Eclipse, is that you keep a desktop icon, and whenever you want you can just click on the icon and then it will load. So I already have my Eclipse downloaded. So let's open my Eclipse. You can see that my Eclipse is called the Eclipse IDE, which is 2019-12. That means it was released in December 2019. So when it first loads, you can see that this is the launch page, and we are going to create a new workspace. So if you come here, recent workspaces, or you want to create a new. So I want to create a new one. Okay, so let's create a new. And then it tells me like this is my directory where I have already some other projects, so cdev, but I want to create here cdev and then Java 101. Okay, and then once you are done, you can just go. Okay, so it is now creating your workspace. So look at the folder cdev Java 101. Okay, let it load, and we are going to see in the paint that how it opens. So as you already have seen that this is my folder C. Okay, C and then dev, and then I have Java 101. Okay, so this was my folder, and then I have created my workspace over here, Java 101. Okay, remember. And then under Java 101, I can have multiple projects. So I will create one project, J101, and I can create another project, J102. Okay, so let's go and see. So the first, when you have created a workspace, it comes like this, welcome page, and then you can browse on some of the things. You can go to the tutorial. There is a good tutorial on it, how to create projects and how to build projects as well. So close it, and then it gives me this view. Okay, so let me expand this one. So once you come here, you just click on File and New, and then Project, and we are going to create a Java project. Okay, so click on Next, and then it asks for a project name. So as I said, I'm going to make it J101. Okay, that is my project. And then click on Next, or you can just click on Finish. And one thing I want to show you, that see here that it is showing as Java 11 version. Okay, so now click on Finish, and then just don't create. Okay, and then click on Open Perspective. Okay, and then we are done. Now you have seen here that we have created one project, that is the J101. If I would like to create another project, so you can just click on here, right click, or you can go here and right click, and then New Java Project, and then I want to name it J102. Okay, and then click on Next, and then Finish. Don't create, and done. Okay, so you can see like I have two projects over here. So in the same workspace I have two projects. So it looks like this. If I bring my paint up here again, okay, so that means I have this is my project, this is my folder cdev. I have created my workspace, so this is my workspace, and these are my projects. Okay, so you should be remembering the way this is done. Okay, workspaces and projects. In one workspace you can have multiple projects, 101, 102, 103, as many you want. Okay, so now I want to show you another thing, that new okay, so we have C dev Java 101. This is my folder. This is also a folder. This is my workspace folder, and I have created J101 and then J102. So each of the projects will be coming along with two predefined folders, which is called one is called the bin and the other one is called the src. So the bin will have all the .class files, and src folder will have all the Java files. And we know that Java files are Java source files. On the other hand, .class files are the Java compiled files. Okay, so again, remember, this is my original folder. I have created my workspace, which created another folder under dev, and then this is my workspace, and then I have created two projects, J101, J102. These are creating another folders under Java 101 workspace, and then each of these projects will have two predefined folders, bin and src. The bin is the compiled classes and src is my source folders. Okay, so that's it. Now let's move on, or now let me show you the actual how it looks. So you can see Java 101, and then under that I have two folders, Java 101 and Java 102, and then J101 has again bin and src folders, and these are settings and class path and project. These are automatically built by the Eclipse, so you do not need to care about it. Okay, remember the first time I showed you, or when we first time launched the Java Workspace, it was pointing to JDK 11. And how does it work? So if you go to Windows and then click on Preferences, this is very important. Without this you cannot run your program. And then click on Java. Okay, and then if you go to Compiler, you can see that you can set up your compiler versions. So this compiler version should be based on what you have downloaded. In the previous tutorial I have shown you that I downloaded JDK 11 or Java 11. So this is why I put my compiler version as 11. Okay, so once that is done, you have to now make sure that your JRE is pointing to the right directory. So in your preferences, again type here JRE, and then it will give you install JREs, and then it will come here. Okay, so now if you click on edit, so you can see that the JRE home is my installation directory for the JDK. That's it. So this is very important. Okay, you have to copy your installation directory up to this point, not the bin. Don't go up to the bin, but before bin, go to up to JDK, whatever version you have, and you can just give the whatever name you have, and then just click on finish. Okay, and if you'd like to add a new one, you can just click on add new, because I have already installed, so that's why it's showing up over here. So once you put these two things, the Java compiler version and the install JREs, you are done with your Eclipse. Okay, so just click on apply, and that's it. Okay, you need to see that there are different perspectives here. So one is the Java EE perspective, there is a Java perspective. Okay, if you want to work on JEE, you can just click on there and your JEE perspective will be coming, but we are working on just a Java project. In the bottom line here, you will be seeing all the views, different kind of views. So there is a problem if you have any compilation error, you can see that in your problems view. Okay, right now there is nothing, so the item has 0 items. So if you'd like to see the console view, so go to Window and Show View, and then go to Other and just type console. Okay, and then click on Open, and that will come over here. If you'd like to add the server view, so go to Show View, Other, and then Server, click on Open, and then the server view will be coming over here. If you would like to add different plugins, go to Eclipse Marketplace. You have to go to Help, and then under that Eclipse Marketplace, and then you have to type in here what you want. Okay, we'll work on that later on when we are going to add our code to GitHub. Okay, so right now let's close it. So that's in short about Eclipse. We'll learn more about Eclipse, how to work with Eclipse as we go along. Till then, goodbye.